Joe, you good? All right, we'll open up the questions with Sam Wayne.
So we start with you. I mean, just sort of thrown out at the moment's notice. What's it like getting out there in that situation and then going the distance?
You know, it was kind of unexpected. You know, you normally expect Gavin to go, 4 or 5 innings. He was throwing it really, really well the first 2 innings. I hope he's doing okay. He's not only my teammate, but he's my roommate. So, praying for him. But just kind of going in there and you don't expect to go 7. You just try to go, 1 inning at a time. First 2 innings didn't work out too great for me. They just let me ride it out. Knowing we had an offense behind us, wasn't too worried about it. So it's kind of just go 1 pitch at a time.
Reese, we've seen you go 4 or 5 innings this time, a couple times this year. Do you anticipate that an opportunity like this where you can maybe go 6, 7, stretch it out was coming?
I didn't expect it, not really, to kind of be like this, and I never expect an injury, never hope for an injury. But it kind of I knew kind of where we were at, especially with potential rain delays the rest of the weekend, if people got to get cut short because of a long rain delay. We still have a lot of bullpen left tomorrow. So I knew trying to go as long as I could would be pretty crucial.
Coach said he just kind of kept thinking to himself, stick with Reese, stick with Reese, stick with Reese. Are you kind of doing the same thing as just stay in the game, stay in the game, stay in the game?
Yeah, so he asked me after every inning, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? Great, fantastic. Just trying to keep myself in the game. I grew up playing with a lot of those guys, being from Texas, so it's kind of a little bit of an edge on the game that I wanted to be a part of, and I wanted to stay in as long as I could.
Sam, Steve said that he doesn't necessarily love the manufactured energy that comes with an ejection. Typically, we think of an ejection arouse up the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Just from your point of view, has that trickled down to the players, and how do you guys feel like you after that game?
I mean, Sabe's obviously third base coach, and he runs our offense, runs our defense for the most part. So it kind of sucks to lose him, but at the same time, I also love seeing managers have their players' backs. So he didn't love it, but I give him a big pat on the butt when he went by because it fires me up. I like that. He knows we're out there competing, and he wants it just as bad as we do. So you kind of take the good with the bad like that.
You obviously have played for him for 3 years now. Knew him obviously before that through the recruiting process. Did you think he had that in him?
Yeah. Yeah, I knew he had it in him. He was just waiting. It took the right moment to get it out. I knew, when he got ejected, if the kid had to hit a single and scored the run, then it wouldn't have meant anything. But Griff got an out right after that. So, phantom balk call, kind of, we would have been out of that inning without a run scored. So it got at him. And I love it because he wants to win just as bad as us.
How big in the overall scheme of things? You play a ton of baseball games, but how important was this one, considering you're coming down the stretch now and maybe you start scoreboard watching a little bit of what everybody else is doing? So we start with you and Sam, your reaction as well.
Tough loss to Marshall on Wednesday. I'm new to the West Virginia scene this year, but I know historically we hate losing to Marshall. It's a big deal. And then, losing the first game today is not kind of how we planned it. That was our first back-to-back loss all year. And it's important to stay, long season, it's important to stay on the gas pedal, especially going into the back half of the season. These are big series for us, trying to win the thing. And so the win today was huge. That we I didn't say we needed it, but it definitely helps us out here.
Yeah, I think especially with kind of I know we've been on a couple win streaks. We were undefeated through 14 or whatever games it was. So I think this team has really learned that we're taking it one inning at a time, really just keep winning innings. So, we lose to Marshall and then we lose to Texas Tech, but going into the second game, I don't think we really had any thought of we have to win this game. It's after the first game ends, we're 0-0 on the day, and we just have to go out and be 1-0. So I think we're learning kind of just to take it pitch by pitch.
I kind of asked why. Why did you not deal, like you said, 2 losses? Why was there no pressure, I guess?
Because you can't really control the loss that you already had. I mean, if we go out there and we dwell on the last loss and we press and we're like, we have to win this game. If we don't win this game, we lose the series. We don't win this game. That's 3 losses in a row. We're such a good team. We're so deep. We have so many pitchers, so many hitters. Go out and play. Just win this inning. literally, I think what I've learned, especially last year going to a super regional, like if you keep looking ahead and you keep dwelling on the past, like it's going to eat you alive. So really just focus on winning the inning. Don't even worry about winning the game. Just cut it into small bits.
Sam, any updates on the shoulder?
Yeah.
Do you anticipate playing in the field?
We're getting there. Rehabbing every day. Steve, Amanda, all of our PT, we're working every day to get back. It's tough. I mean, dislocated shoulder usually takes 10 weeks to throw again. But, I mean, I'm trying my best. I'm at like 5 or 6 weeks now since the injury. So it's been going. The rehab process has been incredible. I was back playing, I think, 2 weeks before anticipated. But throwing, I mean, I definitely want to get back out in the field. DHing is a lot harder than people think. So, yeah, we're doing everything we can to get me back in there.
Why is DHing so hard?
When you're on defense, you have something else to think about. When you're on the bench, the game's out of your hands. You know, if you take too long talking to a teammate, you kind of get lackadaisical, you get out of the game. But at the same time, if you're so locked in on the game, you know, you can't focus for 4 hours straight. So I've been trying to have to learn how to play DH, honestly, these last few weeks. So it's been tough, but.
Yeah, so obviously now, you know, whether it's national rankings or RPI, you put yourself in a position for, you know, some lofty stuff. And with that comes higher expectations.
Mm.
And so sometimes, even when you win, it doesn't, you know, may not always feel like a win, so to speak, or winning with style, so to speak. Do you guys care about that at this point? Like, you know, people say, okay, 3-2, you barely won. But it doesn't seem like that matters to you guys. The win is the win.
Win's a win,
Yeah.
honestly. I think we're 43 pretty gritty dudes. I mean, doesn't matter how we win, and you know, anytime you're in the win column, it's good.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, no, right next to the 38 here, it doesn't say, you know, how we won.
Right.
It just says we won, you know. Like, I could give up 6 line drives in a row. If they're outs, they're out. So, I mean, I got lucky enough to play for a really knowledgeable junior college coach, and he always said winning's hard. No matter how you win, it's a win. So there's obviously things we need to work on as a team, and pitchers, hitters, individuals. But, I mean, baseball's already hard enough. There's no need to critique the wins.
You guys have had long days in baseball, long weekends throughout your career. The last 26, 27 hours, how long has this been waiting around, you know, all the delays and postponements? How tough was this? Restart with you and then Sam?
I know, you know, the way that Griffin Kern battled through yesterday, he's a very diligent guy with the way that he does things. And, you know, kind of going with the delay yesterday, was fully warmed up, ready to go. And then coming back out here today, sitting through a rain delay, going back out there, he was absolutely dominant. And I know it's hard. Pitchers aren't doing as much as the hitters, like preparation-wise. You know, they're out there fielding ground balls, hitting in the cage a million times. Like they're here all the time, and so it's pretty tough, but it's nothing that we haven't prepared for before. So it's very fortunate that we've had weather like this before, so we know what we're doing.
Yeah, it sucks, honestly. I mean, going out there, warming up, doing everything pregame, early swings, early defense, like 4 hours to prepare for a game. You break it down, you're all amped up on adrenaline, caffeine, everything, and then just like that, it's gone. And you kind of, like, I had trouble sleeping last night just because, like, I was so amped up to play, and I had nothing to really, like, rest my day on. Just kind of just, like, prepared, got amped up, nothing came from it. So, I mean, that part sucks, but hey, we got to play 2 today, which I think is 2 more than I think we thought we were going to play today.
Yeah.
So